Greetings everyone! In this video, I'm going to present our topic, which is PHP. Overview. PHP is a recursive acronym for PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. PHP is an intuitive server-side scripting language. Like any other scripting language, it allows developers to build into the creation of web page content and handle data returned from a web browser. PHP also contains a number of extensions that make it easy to interact with databases, extracting data to be displayed on a web page and restoring information entered by a website visitor back into the database. PHP consists of a scripting language and an interpreter. Like other scripting languages, PHP enables web developers to define the behavior and logic they need in a web page. PHP syntax is C-like. Brief history. Rasmus Lerdorf started developing PHP in 1994. A lot of CGI programs were written by him, which we use for maintenance of his personal website. He modified these programs to make them work with web forms and to interact with databases. The implementation of this modification was termed as personal homepage or forms interpreter. The first version of PHP or FI was made available to the world by Lerdorf in June 1995. After the first version of PHP or FI, a development team formed which worked for months to finally release official version 2 of PHP and FI in late 1997 after a lot of beta testing. The parser was written in 1997 by Ziv Zurasky and Andy Gutmans, which led to the formation of PHP 3 base. After changing its name to PHP, which means Hypertext Preprocessor, its public testing was started. PHP 3 was officially launched in June 1998. Zend Engine 1.0 powered PHP 4 was released in May 2000. PHP 4 reached its version 4.4.9 in August 2008. Powered by Zend Engine 2, PHP was launched in July 2004. It had features like PDO extension, improved support for all PS, and many other performance improvements. Due to the lack of support for native Unicode, PHP received mixed review. A project was initiated in 2005 to introduce native Unicode support through PHP. This project was headed by Andrei Zemevsky as it would require major changes. It was decided to launch this update as a new version, naming it PHP 6.0. But the shortage of developers who understood the necessary changes resulted in the delay of the project. Considering this delay, PHP 5.3 was released in 2009, which included many features from the PHP 6 project. Another major version was developed in 2014 and 2015. This version was termed as PHP 7, which caused some confusion as PHP 6 was released. PHP 7 was also known as PHP Next Generation. Advantages and disadvantages. For advantages, first is open source. It is developed and maintained by a large group of PHP developers. This will help in creating a support community abundant extension library. Second is speed. It is relatable fast since it uses much system resource. Third is easy to use. It uses C-like syntax, so for those who are familiar with C, it's very easy for them to pick up and it's very easy to create website scripts. Next is stable. Since it is maintained by many developers, so when bugs are found, it can be quickly fixed. Next, powerful library support. You can easily find functional modules you need such as PDF, graph, and etc. Next is built-in database connection modules. You can connect to database easily using PHP since many websites are data or content driven, so we will use database frequently. This will largely reduce the development time of web apps. Can be run on many platforms including Windows, Linux, and Mac. It's easy for users to find hosting service providers. Next, flexibility makes PHP ready to effectively combine with many other programming languages in order that the software package could use for most effective technology for every particular feature. For disadvantages, first is security. Since it is open source, all people can see the source code. If there are bugs in the source code, it can be used by people to explore the weakness of it. Next, not suitable of large applications. It will be difficult to use it for programming huge applications since the programming language is not highly modular. Huge applications created out of the programming language will be difficult to maintain. Next is weak type. Implicit conversion may surprise and worry programmers and lead to unexpected bugs. Confusion between arrays and hash tables. This is slow and could be faster. There are often a few ways to accomplish the task. It is not strongly typed. It is interpreted and uses curly braces. Next is PHP is unable to handle large number of apps. The technology is helpless to support a bunch of apps. It is highly tough to manage because it is not competent modular. It already imitates the features of Java language. Next is poor error handling method. The framework has a bad error handling method. It is not a proper solution for the developers. Therefore, as a qualified PHP developer, you will have to overcome it. Known uses. It can encrypt data. It is used to create dynamic websites. It can handle forms, specifically gathering data from files, save data to a file. Using PHP, you can add, delete, modify elements within your database through PHP. PHP performs system functions, specifically from files on a system it can create, open, read, write, and close them. Using PHP, you can restrict users to access some pages of your website. Access cookies, variables, and set cookies.